Alrighty. I'm back. And bleh, laggy. While it loads everything. So, since the last time that I was streaming this, I've made a few changes. First being, I can't remember if this was in here or not, but I have a microblock generator for wood and stone. I have since learnt that these lumber bees and quarry bees will actually only create the things that I put in front of it. Not what I was expecting, but it's fine. Hey, I think I just discovered why I wasn't hearing notifications in the previous streams. That's nice. I literally just discovered that one as I was explaining the microblock gen. So, I mean, this is nothing special now, but it's going to be a nice way for me to get these particular woods. Like acacia and jungle are good over there. Spruce I tend to use to build the supports for this base. End stone will save me on getting end bees. Sand, well, you always need sand for glass and whatnot. And clay, it just saves me going and getting clay from somewhere else. I can always swap it to salt later on. Other things that I've done, I've actually expanded the inside of the computer to now include other machinery. Including, there we go, well, for starters, more crafting, I think that might have been there last time. But also a osmium compressor and a metallurgic infuser, which is not working because I don't know how to get this to work. I had a tutorial for making an Allthemodium 9. I don't remember anymore how to do it. And I need to turn up the volume for things because since playing this, I'd obviously mess with the volume settings. And furthermore, I also don't have my music playlist going because I'm forgetful. Just give me 2 seconds to put that back on. Where is it? In there. In there. Really need to update this. Probably gonna hear some random music in a moment. Which is apparently loud because I hadn't changed the volume. Sorry about the jump scare. Interesting. I just got a Twitch drop off myself, apparently. Okay, now I can put that capture on. Boop. There you go. We now have the music capture on, so people can hear music again. But yeah, so I had a tutorial for this when I was doing this in Allthemodium 9, however I've misplaced where the tutorial is. I will find it again, I just have to go out there and find it somewhere, because I don't remember how to do it. But I might save that for later. I do need metallurgic infusion stuff, but it's not critical. I also sorted my inventory of random equipment, things I want to keep, like specific iron pickaxes have silk touch and diamond pickaxes, event exclusive items and ammo, backpacks, though I do need to move these downstairs. Actually, I'll do that now while I'm thinking about it. The next thing is the netherite backpack. I upgraded it to netherite and then stuck all these upgrades in here, including experience, which is very nice. Because I discovered, right, that I was actually able to just absorb the essence, like the experience points. So I converted my experience bar into experience here in the backpack. And then using that same backpack, I discovered that if I hold items that have mending, it actually just straight up started to heal them. So my mending armor is now full, my pickaxe and axe are now full. I still have 260 levels, so I'm not exactly a threat, but in threat of running out. But we are good on that front. So I've been cleaning up my inventory stuff a fair bit. Next thing is, you may notice that there are villagers walking around in here. I've let them back in here. I've moved all the bees in here. My decision to let the villagers out came tied with my decision, right, to get rid of all of the iron golems. All of the iron golems are now gone. I've actually fed them into the mob grinder. They really like this cat. I fed them all to the mob grinder and let the villagers run free because I discovered something interesting. If the villagers just are allowed to roam anywhere, they will eventually fill the rooms. And for some reason, and I just couldn't explain it, is that for some reason they just didn't fill any of the rooms until I just... I don't know. I guess it's because what I really wanted was, I wanted them to go from the village downstairs to their place of work, finish at their place of work, and then go home for the day. But they weren't doing that. Instead, they were just staying at their place of work permanently, and it was bothering me. But I've given up now, and I've decided I'm still not going to kill off the villagers because they really do fill the empty space. I mean, this room over here, actually. Although there's not really any villagers in here at the moment, this room is pretty damn empty and boring. So I've let the villagers roam free again. To connect with their jobs and whatnot, and let them do things that they want. I do need to clear out this. I'm going to clear this out and fix the wall. I'm leaving the stairs in place. Oh, I don't know if I want you upstairs though. Because then you'll mess with the farm. No. When I said I wouldn't want you upstairs, I meant it. I also moved the composters, because it turns out that they can actually only farm within a certain distance of the composter. To that effect, I might actually move the composters into the middle of the fields, so that way they can actually harvest them properly, rather than just like hitting the corners like this. That way they can actually mix and match them properly. Like, there you go, there's a corner thing I'm just mentioning. And I've hooked up these crop plots properly to the farm downstairs. I think the only type of food that isn't eaten by the animals are the potatoes, and I think I've got beetroots somewhere. Here they are. But I have them automatically being filtered out of the system up here, which I thought I'd actually fixed, but I guess I hadn't. I've also added in more fluid tanks. That was like the last thing I did when I was playing off camera. So they're still filling. Turns out this actually uses a lot of like diamonds and obsidian and whatnot. Backpacks are here. I did see that there was an upgrade that allows you to put backpacks in this backpack. The thing is, I need at the very least this tank upgrade and experience pump upgrade. I want the advanced feeding upgrade as well, which I've now fed the eternal steak, so my hunger will never drop. Still want the magnet as well, of course, the stack upgrades. I did notice that putting in this tank did actually decrease the amount of size I have in this backpack, which is a shame, but oh well. And I've also got a furnace and a crafting table in here as well, because you never know, I might actually need it. Although, thing is, it seems unlikely that I would need it because... What button did I have it bound to? Here it is. When I'm here in the base, I now have a wireless access terminal with crafting. So now I can access my entire computer. Very useful, and for some reason I don't know why I never did it, because it was actually really cheap. And why is this not filtering? It's not jammed, it's just... I think it's just slow, because all this stuff should just go in. And of course, people may have already spotted I have raw Allthemodium in my inventory. That is going to be the next part of today's job. I didn't do anything in here, actually. I think this is like one of the few rooms I didn't actually mess with off camera. So I might as well, actually, because like this is filled with Bottle of Enchanting, and then this is actually filling up properly. Sure, I can think of something. But the other thing I want to do is I want to scrap this, because we do still have baby villagers being born. But no one comes down here anymore. Ever since I let them be free, they've actually all buggered off. And this whole room is now completely useless. So maybe I'll make like a love shack area specifically for villagers who are being bred with this stuff. Though, I think these are actually the only villagers that are really down here, so... I think all the villagers went upstairs for some reason. Also, I thought I got rid of all of you guys. Oh, what's one eye golem? So, I am going to destroy this town. Because I was wrong. I don't need it. I've given up on having a functioning civilization in my basement using default villages. I think if I want to have some kind of functioning thing in my basement, I think I need to have mine colonies down here. And if I have mine colonies, then I'm going to be spending the rest of my life doing it. So I'm probably not going to be doing mine colonies. I'll just make a love shack somewhere for the villagers. Man, not having to worry about the durability anymore is actually so freeing. Because all I'm doing is just holding down the tilde button and then just flying over this town, and it's just tearing it apart for me. That being said, I am obviously going to need to fix some things. Oh, I moved it to the top. Interesting. Maybe it has to stay at the top once it's been eaten. I'm going to fix these pillars. Was I lucky enough to get transcoding? I did get transcoding again. Cool. This poor little baby villager that's just here. He's the only one who's staying here, and he's now homeless. Suppose I could reinstate that little upstairs room area. I could sort of fix that. Rather than filling it in, I could just put the doors back on again. Sorry, kid. Okay, so the farmers come back, but not anyone else. I hate to tell you guys, but your houses are gone. You've been evicted. But I appreciate that you were actually using this place, because it certainly didn't look like it was being used. Oh god, now I gotta get rid of all the glass. But don't worry, I have another plan for this room. I'm gonna turn it into the portal room. I'm going to go upstairs to all my machinery. So, well, not all my machinery, but my machinery room that I've been reserving. And I'm going to create a Allthemodium refiner. A way for me to try and try and get as much Allthemodium as I can out of what I've got. And then I'm going to create a Allthemodium portal. I'm going to move my nether portal from the old base to here, because I never did that. I'm going to create the other portals, which I've realized I've now closed the tab, because it was a little while ago. I'm gonna have a lot of white beds. You know, I just realized I could actually be saving these if I was using my tree capitator axe for this. I also just realized that my torches are going to be misplaced. I'm going to want to fix that, otherwise there's going to be monsters spawning down here. Whatever the other portals are that are in this pack, I believe there was one that was made out of stone. Oh, and the Twilight Forest portal, I know that one. I will create down here in this room, and this can become my new portal room. Is my music playing? It is, it's very quiet. Huh. You know, I could have sworn that I had enough of these. I must have used them somewhere then, because I would have had them at some point and then gotten rid of them. But I would have just put them back in that thing. Whoa! Like. Alright. If I want more villages, like I said, I can just... Oh dear. Maybe I have to turn the shader off. I can always just create more, using the Easy Villages mod. And also, damn, it's lag. Maybe. So it didn't occur to me, but apparently... Is it still touching? It doesn't. Okay. I didn't realize it, but this this one had its cobblestone missing. Since all the villagers like to stay up here anyway. But I'm not expanding this town to be able to fit all of them. That ship has already sailed. At night time, they can all come in here if they want, but that is it. I suppose I could maybe create another one on that side, just for symmetry, but... Yeah. At least I've got like a somewhat useful amount of that stuff now. The beds, however, I certainly don't need to have so many of them. And yet, I have 37 of them. What happened to that glass I had? I don't know. Anyway, trapdoor. It's better for the Ender Dragon, obviously. Yeah, the Ender Dragon doesn't get an awful lot of sleep, so I was going to line all those beds up, end to end, so he can get some sleep. One really long bed, just in case he rolls in his sleep. Oh, mobs have already started spawning, I'm stupid. I didn't light it up before I left the room. No. You know what? It's fine. Let's light it up. I had torches in my inventory already. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. I need my lanterns back. Yeah, it is a little bit of a shame that I've just torn apart this entire room that I'd spent ages working on. Especially considering how tedious it was to put down all of those rooms, but considering that it just doesn't work. Oh, go Golem, go. Considering it just doesn't work the way that I wanted it to, there's no point keeping it around other than for the sake of just having it there. At least now I can use the room for something more useful. I guess I should move some job blocks downstairs in order to try and spread out the villages a little bit more. Okay, no, that doesn't fit in that one. I haven't quite nailed down where I'm actually going to be putting these portals, but I know that they'll go in here. I had this left on. Oh, poo. I left my magnet on. I didn't realize I'd left it on. All that stuff just sitting there. I was not expecting to be able to just do that. I thought that the slots were full. What the? What is that? I guess it's a mod I'm not familiar with. It's lighting up the stuff that's on the floor. There's a lot of it. How much did I pull out of that chest by accident? Oh, sorry, pull out of the farm by accident. This is absolutely ridiculous. There we are, the bottom of the pile. I thought I got rid of those. I thought total armor was already being taken away. Oh, it's not. Alright. How do I ID a total helmet? Probably by dummy is probably the only way I'm gonna really find it. Oh, actually, if I just type in Minecraft total helmet, that'll do it. Am I going crazy? I think I'm going crazy. How many M's is in that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was dummy, aquatic, mob heads, mob heads. It can't be salvaged, can it? Oh, it can be. Alright. In that case, I'll send it down black. Okay. Send that one up to the top, so hopefully it'll send it in there before it does all the standard Minecraft stuff. Okay, we've cleaned up everything that's in there at least. There is so much stuff in here. And all this armor is going to be melted down into their base components, all the tools as well. Meanwhile, I'm then going to be sitting on an extra 2,500 raw iron, another 11.2 thousand slime balls. I should really stop this machine more often. Another 2,000 arcane essence, 105 diamonds, 704 emeralds, 3,300 ender pearls, I really don't need to leave this machine on for long before I just end up with more stuff than I can store. I mean, how many of these miniature red hearts have I got at this stage? 4,102. So what, 4,409. That's basically how much I've got. Yeah, sure, I guess I'm not going to fill these elite tanks, but... I mean, how much essence is honestly in here? I don't think I'm ever going to need more essence for a long time. I suppose I could turn this straight into jelly babies, but I mean... With 261 levels, I don't really need to fill my inventory with jelly babies either. Again, that's something I think I've got handled. Oh, I also fixed up the farm so it's symmetrical now. I forgot to mention that. Hooray, I really needed to do that because it was stupid, the fact that I'd even done that in the first place. I'm not staying on my cat. God, my music is really quiet. I should look into getting more music. Like more upbeat stuff rather than just chill music all the time. Alright. I think considering how big this room is and the fact that I'm only able to make 4 different portals to places in my base, I'm probably going to see if I can make them extra large. Like I'll have a large nether portal that spans, like, I don't know, maybe 2 points of this wall. Because you can't resize the Twilight Forest portal. That has to be a 4x4 structure, I believe. And I have no idea about that other one that requires stone bricks. I have no idea whether or not that one can actually be done as a random size. I guess I can test that one. But I really want to get this Allthemodium out of my inventory because I'll be able to make a portal using it, so. Twilight Forest portal can actually be variable shape or size as long as you follow the other rules. Only on the floor though. Okay, well I don't mind about having it on the floor. But in that case I'm going to make it nice and big then, just so it fills out space in the room. Can't remember what that other portal was called. The one that's made out of stone. And unfortunately the teleport pad is only a 1-block structure, but I can make like a little pyramid out of emerald blocks and diamond blocks and lapis blocks because I've got so many of those resources. Sort of like how you would make a beacon pyramid. I might just make a pyramid like that, purely for the teleport pad, because I mean it's going to go to the mining dimension, which is going to be flush with resources, so. But first things first, I have this Allthemodium ore and I want to refine it. And I want to do it in a way that isn't going to drive me mad making machines, but also a way that's going to make it so that getting even a little bit of Allthemodium will be fun. Make the pyramid out of Allthemodium. Not until I actually, get more, because I only have this 20. That being said, it's not a bad idea, but I suppose I could actually make the pyramid out of the different layers of stone and whatnot that you find. So you can have dirt, cobblestone, deep slate, netherrack, and endstone. So it's the same layers as what you'd find in the mining dimension. That might actually be nice. And then it's not going to look stupid with all of the different diamond blocks and whatnot in it. I don't know. I'm a little ways away first. So I may need a calculator to actually look into what way's the best way. Because it looks like it might be the chemical injection chamber. 3 Allthemodium makes 8 Allthemodium shards. 1 shard becomes 1 clump becomes 2 dust, 4 dust becomes 3 dust, and then 1 dust becomes 1 ingot. I need a fucking calculator for that shit. Especially considering it goes backwards. Or I could just straight up skip the middleman and go straight to purification. And it's just 2 clumps. 1 clump becomes 2 dust, and then of course it does it that way. But honestly, seeing as how I'm still gonna mess around with all that other stuff, I may as well start with the injection chamber. But then I need to make hydrogen chloride too. How do I make hydrogen chloride? Oh, salt. That's right, it was salt. That's right, I remember, because in Allthemods 9 I had a digital miner set up literally for me to go from area to area just to mine out salt. Alright, so what can I use? Mechanism, modern industrialization, all the ores. Alright. So I can't use saltpeter, can't use sea salt. What does modern industrialization block look like? Block of salt. And more to the point, can I make it somehow? Well, that's salt ore. Wait, salty bee. What does the salty bee make? Yes, salty combs, but... Wait a minute, there's a bee that makes salt. Okay, I have an answer. Hi, Hurricane, how you doing? Good evening. Okay, I need a salty bee. I need to tell it that it's bad at games. That'll make it salty. So it's just a bee that you give salt to. Well, that means I need to stock standard bumblebees. I have a whole bunch of those, actually. I just realized. One of these beehives handles 5, so I'll need 10 bees. Okay, well that's overdoing it a little bit, but... Actually, no, it's not really overdoing it. I need bees. I need salt. Oh, it's nighttime. Oh, I didn't see that when I logged in earlier. Happy Pride Month. Regardless of what anyone tells you, you are important. The Mechanism team. Oh, that's nice. Oh, God, my frames. Come here. I missed you. Beat. Beat. Don't worry, only 8 more. Can you come out, please? I can't make more salty bees by breeding, can I? No. Bee flowering? Oh, it needs water. Wait a minute. that means you can't use these feeding slabs. Because you can't just have water as an item to put down. Oh dear. Oh, my music actually stopped this time. There you go. Now, water. I guess I can put them in here. That way they can actually roam around still and use the water that's over here. It doesn't convert them, it just uses the water for flowering. The only problem is that these bees are currently hooked up to over there to create me honey. I would need to create another filter system underneath the ground in order to throw it over there, along with the rest of the centrifuges. Though I suppose it's not too bad. I might just do that. Just create a little extra system to pipe out all of the salt, all the salty combs, because it doesn't look like it doesn't make any honey. It just makes salty combs. Well, no duh. The honey comes over here. So I can just put a little filter in to send salty combs this way, and they can just hook up. I don't know. Actually, send it back that way and hook it up to behind the wall. Alright. We can do that. I also need salt, though. Just to get this whole thing going. And I need a logistical sorter. One of those. I'm gonna need a chest in order to act as a little buffer. What is it that I'm actually piping? I guess it's just honeycomb. Alright. I'll put the buffer here. Well, actually, I'll put the chest here, and then put the buffer here. No, I won't. I'll put the chest one back, and then put the buffer here. Okay. Black and blue. By default, you want to send it to black, unless there's a salty comb, in which case I want to send it the other direction. So what I'll probably do is I'll actually turn off filter for now, just so I can pick up all the things that go in there. And then I'm gonna send it all the way back that way again. What? What the hell did I just... Did I just get an achievement for picking up andesite? I have tons of this stuff. What the hell? I don't know. The problem with not keeping all your equipment with you anymore is that you need to just run back and forth all the time. You know, suddenly I want to actually take it further out. Yeah, this'll do. Just so I don't screw with the pipe intensity, I guess. Just pumping speed. Alright. Haven't got anything yet, actually, in order to set up. Oh yeah, I wasn't making honeys, sorry. Well, I was making honey bottles, and then I was just turning them into honey blocks, because same thing. But I am surprised that there have been no honey created yet. Oh, because there's no bees. 5 in here, and they've all come in here otherwise. I guess I can try and hook up this system actually to the same one, because it's possible that the salty bees will fly over there instead. Alright. I'm gonna need another. Oops. I guess that's the feeding trough over there, which means one more. What do I do? Go past it? Oh no. Nope. There it is. There we go. So this should now spit out all of the pollen and the honey and whatnot. And also means that when I put salty bees in there, it doesn't matter where they go, they will end up in here. Huzzah. Yeah. Alright. So now I need to make the salty bees. I need to tell them that they're bad. Bad at the game. Salt. Salt. Shit. I forgot. I need extra cages. Where did he go? There's one. Where'd the other one go? There it is. I completely forgot that the cage breaks when you put them down unless you're using a sturdy one. Whoops. Alright. Salt. Bruh. Why did it do it that way? B, salt. B, salt. For God's sake. It's throwing me off because it's moving where it is. There it is. So, B, salt, cage. B, salt, cage. B, salt, cage. So there should be just the one left. Oh no, there's two left. Hang on. B, salt, cage. And then B, salt, cage. Okay. I just realized I've made 10 of them and I only have 2 things in here. I need another bee, I think. One singular bee to put in here, just to offset that. I need a bee. I need a singular bee. Because otherwise I'm gonna lose my mind. Because I'm gonna have one extra salty bee than just normal bees. Also, it must be pseudo-winter right now, according to my shader. Because this biome does not get cold. I need a stick. What the? Alright, fine, never mind. We'll go home. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look too bad actually, covered in snow. Oh, I can probably turn the advanced tooltips off. Yeah. I should really also turn the shader off so I'm not playing this in 30 frames per second. Oh, but it looks so pretty. Look at this. Oh, I want more frames though. Bloop. Now it's not as pretty, but I jump from 30 frames to 100 frames, so... Unless I'm looking this way, apparently I get 60, but I mean, that's still double. Why must shaders be intensive? Why can't we just have nice things for free? Alright. We have 1 bee. And then I gotta put out 5 salty bees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the rest of these I can just put in storage because I was silly and made too many. Oh, I need cobble. You know, actually, if I'm playing with no shaders, I'm going to turn resource packs back on. No need to adjust just your TVs. The frame drop was normal. I was actually expecting there to be more lag. I suppose I should give an update on my RAM situation actually while I'm thinking about it. So I've stuck both RAM sticks back in the computer in their original slots, and I've been playing for about a day. I was away for a while, and surprisingly, no crashes. I'm waiting for everything to just burst into flames, but I think my computer might actually have somewhat self-resolved the issue. Maybe it was a loose connection on the SSD that I inadvertently fixed when I took out the RAM sticks the first time round. Or maybe one of the sticks wasn't settled properly on the computer. I don't know. But right now my computer is working perfectly fine, and I suppose that's a good thing because it's going to save me $1,000 to $2,000. This is taking a little bit, but if I click on anything, I run the risk of crashing the game. So, no touchy. Everybody have a hydration check. We're definitely not crashed, are we? No, we're not crashed. Come on, come on. This is now taking longer than I thought it would. Oh. Hooray! Now I'm quickly doing a thing on my phone, 2 seconds. Alright. Welcome everyone to Sfax BD Craft. My favorite resource pack. Oh, lag. I know it really changes the ground and it changes the archway, but I actually just really like it because I love the Jawas. What do you need? I didn't realize it, but I appear to also have drops with the resource pack on. No, that's not what I wanted. It could be because it's reloading all the chunks, actually. Maybe I should change the floor of cobblestone, because it looks fine without the texture pack on, but once I have this resource pack on, same as the archers, then it starts looking a bit too dark. But also, look how adorable the bees look. Ugh. Frames. Look at their faces! Turn around. How cute they are. I love it. Comes with all the it has all the mods 10 like pseudo update. This it was made by someone in the forums. Unfortunately, it also means it's a little broken. I've also got the 3D thing turned on because I like the 3D effect. And also damaged tools, which you'll be able to see on the shovel. Because it's chipped. Unfortunately, it is not perfect, this resource pack. I say that, and the bug's gone. The power centrifuges used to show a random texture up here at the top. Well, never mind then. It's perfectly fine then. But yeah, I like this texture pack. Even though it does make my base look a little bit darker. I am a fan of the Jawas in this. I was disappointed when I actually downloaded this pack and it showed me that these guys aren't actually in the pack anymore, unless you go to you make a little custom upgrade, because they've got a way for you to do custom edits of their pack, so that way you can set things to certain ways. Like you can have your netherrack be all wobbly, or you can have it be a static thing. You can have your furnaces not light up or whatever. But you can also choose what you want the villages to look like, and I just needed my Jawas back. Wootini! Wootini! Anyway, so I should now be getting... Okay, not yet, we're not to that stage yet, but salty combs. They should be able to make salty combs now because they have access to water. That is how they work, right? Yeah. Bee flowering, water, salty bees, and then they create salty combs. Salty combs in the centrifuge become salt and wax. And honey. I do have some slight frame drops actually. I noticed that I'm hovering around the 30 to 40 area now. But I'm going to assume that's because I've got like 3D textures on. So if I go somewhere that doesn't have 3D textures, I'd probably be okay. I wonder if I should have random water up there just to drip down next to the computer. If anyone's curious what my base looks like actually with this on. Oh, yeah, the podzol looks awful actually. That is something that's annoying. The podzol looks terrible. But like the rest of the house doesn't look too bad. Though it does block up the windows a little. Podzol looks terrible, but I mean otherwise it's okay. It did actually come with computer craft textures, but they were broken, so I uninstalled them. Maybe I'll reinstall them now that the bee stuff is fixed. Who knows, maybe the craft is too. I've lost the plot. What was I doing? Salt. I was doing salt. Okay, here we go. Salty combs. Salty combs. They go down blue. Oh yeah, I didn't tell it to eject. Hang on. Alrighty. So now we should be getting salty combs coming through here. Eventually, it will take a while because they've got to go all the way back this way, and then they've got to follow the path. I think it might actually be them. Well, no, that can't be. That's too quick. But salty combs will end up in the system, and they will be providing us with salt. Endless salt. Which I can pipe into the machinery that I am about to make. I didn't recognize it and I thought it was copper. 8. I must have had 8 Allthemodium ore in my inventory already and I wasn't aware of it. Huh. Well, works for me. So... we established that what I wanted to do was... The whole reason of salt was for the chemical injection chamber. So I can make hydrogen chloride. So, I should add that to my crafting list. I need elite control circuits, advanced control circuits. And a purification. Oh, and an enrichment chamber. And a steel casing. I hate it when it does that. Game's like, oh, you need this, and then you need this, and then you need this. Okay. One last one. Chemical injection. Where do I want to build this? I guess I'll put it here, so that way I can just pipe it straight into over there. How big is this setup? It was chemical injection, to purification, to crusher, to enrichment chamber, to the furnace. So 5. 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, that's fine. Okay. So put that one down there. What was the next step? The purification chamber, and I need oxygen for that one. How do I make the oxygen? Oh, electrolytic separators. I need an oxygen farm, and I can just stick that here in this corner. Okay, that's fine. Oh god, I need another enrichment chamber. What are you doing, game? I don't have any basic controls that I get. Oh no. Okay. And I never got that metallurgic confuser working in my planet logistics setup. Damn. Alright. Redstone, osmium. Do I have an osmium B? No. Okay, I'm gonna want to make an osmium B, otherwise I'm gonna get stuck with no osmium eventually. It's not critical this exact second, but I am gonna need it. Just gotta do it the old-fashioned way. Redstone in there, osmium in there. See, now I'm curious. This is gonna cause frame issues. Oh. Feel the frame drops. Ouch. Look at that. I mean, it looks very nice, but yeah, frame drops. Maybe one day. Today is not that day, though. I get one or the other. either one or the other, and if I go shaders, I'm going to get stuck with 30 frames. At least depending on where I'm looking with the resource pack, I can get 100. Wait. Oh, it was 2 stacks of redstone. Okay, well actually I've got 10 tons of raw osmium, but I should still make an osmium B at some point. But I say, there is definitely an osmium B. I can get rid of the salty B. There we go. Should be plenty. So I have the what? Oh, I put it down. Okay, so it's still casing. So now I make the enrichment chamber. 2 advanced circuits. The purification chamber. The next part of the machine, the crusher, and then from there the enrichment machine. Oh god, another enrichment chamber, and then a blasting furnace. Though I will probably just stick another one of these obsidian furnaces in here because damn, these things are lightning speed. I wanted to leave that one out of the machine though, so I can cook my own stuff. Okay, so I need a crusher. Oh, I need a lava bucket. Well, I can make a quick enrichment chamber, but I still need a little lava bucket. So bucket. Bucket. Do I not have an empty bucket? I do now. Now I need a lava source. Oh, the nether. Nether. I was wondering why I didn't have another portal waypoint. I probably do, and oh, no, it's just marked in the blue. 1 lava bucket. What on earth? That's a lot of zombie pigmen. Jesus, what is going on here? That is a lot of zombie pigmen. What the hell? It's just been overrun. Oh, that guy's mad at me. Oh my god, there's just more. They're just everywhere. Good lord. How many of them have walked through the portal then? Which I now realise I have lost because I don't remember where it was. I think it was just over here. Yeah, here it is. Because I mean the portal is right here, and it's not, and there's no fence or anything around it. Don't worry, the only reason it's taking a while is because it's trying to load the area. You get out of it and try it again. Waiting to load. Ah, there we go. Oh yeah, I have this area blocked off. Probably for the best since there's already 2 piglins in here. Ugh, lag. It did not like loading this area for some reason. Even though there's literally nothing here. Anyway. Now they got sidetracked by the piglin army. One crusher, and there's the enrichment chamber. And then the next thing is the furnace. I don't know if there's anything I want to do to make it like prettier, because I mean, it just lined up along the wall. Alright. One furnace. To an iron furnace. No, what? No, to a golden furnace. To a diamond furnace. To a crystal or an emerald one? No, we'll do emerald because I have more of them. Emerald furnace. To an obsidian furnace. And I'm going to need the upgrades for them too. Alright, I need... I don't know what the difference is between blasting and smelting when it comes to a machine like this, but... Make a factory augment. And a... Specs, yeah, I love Specs BDcraft. I know it makes my base look a lot darker because of the cobblestone being darker and the dirt and the fences, but I love my Jawas. And also just how cute the bees look. Come on. Where's the face? Show me your face. Show me your face. I'm missing a mouth. Oh, he's still cute now. I need like an actual bumblebee. But they got like the three face when making them emotes. If one was flying around right now, I'd be able to show you, but they seem insistent on staying in their hives right now. But they have little 3 faces in this. They're really cute. Close the damn door. What, we live in a barn or something? What was the other upgrade that I was using? I've already forgotten. It was... Speed, of course. Because a almost instantaneous furnace wouldn't be any good without another speed upgrade to go on top of it. Alright. So, hang on. Now I need to double check the hydrogen chloride and oxygen were the other things I needed to make. Now, that was literally just sticking salt in a purification chamber or a compressing factory, apparently. Or a chemical oxidizer. Tell you what, let's put the chemical oxidizer here, and then just shuffle everything over by 1. So chemical injection, pure. Wait, which one first? Chemical injection and purification. Purification, and then it was an enrichment chamber. Then it was a crusher, and then it was the furnace. And that fits snugly in there. Can I just stick salt in here? Alright, so it's making this particular salt. Though I don't seem to be... Oh, because I didn't tell it. I didn't tell it where it was going. Yeah, that's black. I believe. Yeah. Well, no, it says eject unfiltered, so I mean it should be ejecting. Oh, no, it is. It's just what? No, it's not. What's going on here? Why is the salt not being ejected through black? I don't know, but I can just tell it. Through black, please. Oh yeah, power. I need my personal shrinking device. And then I need mechanism stuff. I'm gonna need these. And I'm gonna need these. Oh wait, no, I've been using the basic ones, haven't I? Because I mean, it's a fluid. It's not. Doesn't really need to go anywhere. And I was using basic universal cables as well. And shrink. Alright, so I need to hook these up to the grid. How best to hook this up over there? I guess one up, one across, or, you know, just straight across so that I'm not kicking myself on later. So why did I use cobblestone? Use the granite. And then just power straight across. There was another thing in the way. That would be about right, wouldn't it? Alrighty. So now all these machines should now be powered. Yes. Which means I can stop being shrunk. It's basic mechanical pipe. Oh, it's not a fluid, it's a gas. I'm stupid. Isn't this hooked up to... Oh, wait. No? Oh, it's not hooked up. I'm stupid. Okay, now. It says fluids, items, blocks. Items blocked. What is the name of the pipe that pumps gases? Pressurized tubes. Ta-da! Why are we empty still, though? Wait, gaseous brine? Hold on a minute. That's not right. Can I not use a chemical oxidizer for this? No, I can't. I'm so stupid. Alright. What do I need? Purification chamber. Compressing factory. chemical dissolution chamber. Purification chamber will be the cheapest way. But I just made one of those. Salt doesn't go in. Hydrogen chloride, salt, item to chemical. Yeah, it's literally just suggesting that I put the salt straight into the chemical injection chamber. I thought I needed another machine. The answer, as it turns out, is false. Well, I guess it saves me making more machines. Yeah, so I just pipe salt directly into the chemical injection chamber, and also the Allthemodium. Then that will just start off this whole system. I still need oxygen to go into the second machine, but that's not a problem really. Because I could just make a little oxygen facility over here in the corner and then just pipe it into the purification chamber. And then the rest of it is just really straightforward. It's just power. And then the obsidian furnace will handle the last step, which will be creating Allthemodium ingots. At some stage it will require 3 dust, and so it'll be an odd number, but once I make this portal, I'll have access to more Allthemodium. I guess I could hook up the salt to go directly into here. In fact, I could, whoopsies. In fact, I could actually do one step further. Hang on. What color is that? That's red. So let's just flip. And then go one back. I can just tell it from henceforth to send all. I should probably be careful. Hang on then. What color have I not used? Purple? If I use purple, I have not used purple. Okay. Henceforth, that shall be purple. Purple, I would like you to now send Allthemodium to purple. And further, as well, all the salt to purple. So when this basically fills up with salt, plus 64, it'll stop sending salt this way. It's not quite as grand as I thought it would be, to be honest. And it also does kind of highlight the fact that this machine is indented into the wall, whereas this one's not. I mean, maybe I should rectify that and just stick these guys out of the wall slightly so that way I can, you know, show off the machines a little bit more. Anyway. Next step is oxygen production. Now it's been a while since I made an infinite oxygen generator. Yeah, I need an electrolytic separator. Hydrogen and water. And you get hydrogen. Yeah, from electrolytic separator, because electrolytic separator spits out oxygen and hydrogen. And I can just destroy the hydrogen if I want. Or I can use... No, actually, I just read the same thing twice. Okay. So all I need is an electrolytic separator. Oh, it's going to be even more boring than that. I was about to create an infinite water source, and I remembered the existence of that damn sink that I've started using everywhere for water sources. Oh man, it's just going to get boring. This damn sink is making production like that so trivial. Okay, now I need an electrolytic separator. What the hell is that? Free yourself from the shackles of the sink. Use a dispenser and a water bucket. Why would I need a dispenser though? How does the dispenser make the infinite water source? It's the vanilla way to collect water. Oh, I see. So the dispenser is not placing water, it's using the bucket on the water to collect the water. More to the point though, what the hell is an electrolytic core? Copper and redstone. I had a metallurgic infuser out here. I'm just going to use this one. I'm not going to fly into the machine. What's that you said? I need water to make sinks? Literally just make one sink and then it's done. I'm gonna make this look at least a little bit more grand by just going overkill on the amount of water that it's created and electrolytic separators. And then I'm going to create tanks to hold excess water and hydrogen and oxygen. Unless I just want to do oxygen and hydrogen, because I mean I don't need tanks of water when I have infinite water sources sitting right next to it. It's kind of a moot thing. Nah, I'll just do tanks. These tanks can hold gas, right? Mechanism tanks. I can do gas. No, they can't because there's a fluid tanks. Oh, because they use the chemical tanks for gas, don't they? Well, I guess I'm going to have to go down a different mod path then in order to create gas tanks. So dark tanks work because this one's holding ether gas, which I'm assuming is a gas. I mean, I guess I just make ultimate chemical tanks and they'll act the same sort of way as tanks. Or electrolytic cores, because I have 4 set up over there, I believe. Yep. I'm sure I could have 1 and then have all the water filter into there, but where's the fun in that? Oh, I need more of these. Hurry up! Oh, I don't have any upgrades in here, that's why. I only have 1. Oh, 2, 3, 4. Like how many quests that I just finished there. Lump, lump, lump. Feed a bit of power into these, and they will spit out gas. Why did that not connect? Oh, because I set it to an input. Huh? Oh, right. Duh. Well, let's say I want to now collect the hydrogen for the sake of having hydrogen on hand. Do I need oxygen for anything down the line? If I want to make sulfur trioxide... It's just for the purification chamber, really. Oh, and making HDPE pellets. But that requires liquid ethane then as well. Huh. Oxygen and seed oil or biofuel. Or... what? Or water of any kind. And sticks will actually create hydrogen. Interesting. Well, on that note, it kind of looks like I don't need to actually do anything other than that, so... I need to shrink. Nope. I should have actually had it come out one extra block because I want to have oxygen, not oxygen, hydrogen come out the underside and go into the tanks over here. There we go. Alright. Or should I really have done that? Because now, where the hell am I going to put power? Hang on a minute. Okay, I can do it to the top. Oh, it sort of sticks out, but... Oh, well, no, actually, hang on. I have 4 of them, so I can just stick the power out in the side. Alright. Side config. Chemicals. In front. Well, how do I know which one's which? I assume that's 1 and that's probably 2. I also don't know which one's which, actually. None. We'll power them up, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so these should now just be straight up working. Yep, there they go. Oxygen and hydrogen. Perfect. So, chemicals. Auto eject off. The bottom should be output 2. No, because output 2 is oxygen. So output 1. That one should be output 2. Eject. Hydrogen. Okay. Yeah, so it's 2 then 1. The bottom is 1. The oxygen is full. If I want to store any excess oxygen, I can just put like a big tank here or something. But I mean, this is going to create oxygen forever now, so... Well, it's got to fill the pipes first, but yeah. Same as this one. Hydrogen. So, what is it going to take to make some gas tanks? Basic gas tank. Oh, easy peasy. How many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And to upgrade them, I'm going to need infused alloys. Which means I need more copper and more redstone. What the? Oh, there's an osmium tank in my computer. And to upgrade it again to Elite, I need reinforced alloys. I wonder how many of those I've got before I start. Oh, 1,000. Oops. Remember when I said I had a limited amount of Allthemodium? Why? Why does it do that? Okay. I mean, realistically, I think elite chemical tanks are probably enough. Yeah, I don't think I need to make multiple ones. That might be a little overkill at that stage. I don't like how it does that. Hang on. There you go. So now I can store all the hydrogen I would ever want, and we'll just dump the excess of the hydrogen and then let the machine turn off when the oxygen is full. Since the oxygen is going to take longer to fill, then, well, actually I think the hydrogen might take longer to fill now at this rate, but the hydrogen is not what we're here for, so. And I'd rather turn the machines off once it's finished making the oxygen, because we don't need the hydrogen for anything other than the jetpack, and I mean I already have creative mode flight. So, no point. But you know what this means, right? We have an infinite source of salt, although it is slow, because I only have 5 salt bees working instead of 10. But I have an infinite source of salt, I have an infinite source of oxygen, and power is working. Which means all I have to do now is hook up this furnace to this chest, and I have an automated system for Allthemodium. But I probably don't need to do that just yet, so what I'm actually going to quickly do, because I realise I haven't done it yet. Oh, yep, auto eject. Eject. Auto eject. Auto eject. It's tested. Raw Allthemodium ore goes in the top. No, okay, well, it went into the enriching factory. Oh, because raw materials is higher than that. I did not make that entire setup just to accidentally just smelt the damn thing. There it goes. Now that's not an awful lot of hydrogen chloride, but nowhere near enough. But realistically, it will spit more salt out in time. Or not. Why aren't we spitting salt out? We added salt in here. I don't understand. Why is the salt not being ejected? Okay, I really don't understand why the salt isn't going. It is the same item. What if I bring it higher up the list? No? Now at the top of the list, but it's still not taking it out. And we know that's purple because the Allthemodium came out of there. See? It takes the Allthemodium, but doesn't take the salt. Why not? Oh, wait a minute. I know why. I'm just figuring out the logistics. Yeah, there we go. It's just because it needed to actually go into the bottom of the machine. Hmm. Anyway, I mean, it's still, regardless, nowhere near enough salt to actually run the machine constantly. Since I only have 5 salt bees working, and they obviously won't work during the night. Maybe I need more water? I mean, it seems like they can see it perfectly fine, though they are struggling a little bit with this lily pad. Oh, it didn't seem to matter. Unless it does. Definitely not very productive. Someone, someone is saying on Reddit, because I was just googling it, that you can just straight up put a bucket of water in front of the bees, that are in simulated hives, and that will actually work for salty bees. if that's the case, then I will probably make another. I'll probably like start making the next wall. And put some bees in there. That way I can basically have 15. I can have 10 out there and 5 in here. Because, I mean, there's no point in actually getting rid of the ones that are in here right now, so... Seriously. My pickaxe is too strong, I just dug out the wall. Oh no! It's not symmetrical! That's not symmetrical either. Oh dear. In fact, that is the only one that is. Well, that is a shame. Looks like I'm just gonna have to put the beehives together on this one. That's what happens when you don't give yourself forward thought while you're building a room like this. Oh well. It's not the worst thing in the world. Alright, so beehive, expansion box. Beehive, expansion box. And I'm gonna put one down there and one up there. Because this one... Oh, hello. What? Out of power? Uh-oh. Oh, wait a minute. No, it was this thing that was out of power. Okay, I got a little concerned. I was like, wait a minute, what? My whole thing just shut down. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it is anyway. Uh-oh. Charge that. But I may need to deviate to thermogenerators in a moment. Uh-oh. Actually, you know what? Why am I using that? That's actually... Hang on, let me just put that away. So I need to make thermogenerators blazing. I don't have my power set up even out because I didn't think of a place to put it. Uh-oh. 6, okay. Though I might just only stick 5 down for the sake of symmetry. Just doing that because that'll drive me insane otherwise. Alright. Now, before all power goes out, I need to make thermo generators. Oh no, and I don't have anything. So now a race against the clock to make more generators before I lose power. How do I not have any blaze powder? What? Give me a stack of blaze rods and we'll stick them in the crusher. Why was there no sound on that machine? Dunno. This is when I have to start burning up a lot of power so I can... You know when you get the feeling when you realize that you've fucked up? Wait, hang on, why don't I just turn off the machines that are doing it? Hang on a minute. Because we know that the rest of the machines actually operate perfectly fine with this. It's 6, 7. What's using power that isn't normally using power? I know it ain't this thing. And these have just been turned off. I'm trying to think of what I plugged in recently that would need it. I don't think I have plugged in anything recently. Unless this was just something that had been happening for a while. In which case it could be all manner of things. Hang on, where's the other battery? It's up here. Okay, now this is actually accruing power. Alternatively, I can also flick this switch, which will then charge this energy cube and turn off everything in the base. This is basically my main breaker switch. The only thing that it doesn't turn off is these machines here on the left and the computer. Or does it? Where do I have the computer hooked up to? No, it's plugged in over here. Yeah, no. The computer will be fine. Yeah, see, it's power. Fine. I started to doubt myself, and I was like, wait a minute, what is this plugged into? But no, it's definitely plugged in to that side. So the main breaker switch is basically for the production side of the factory. Everything is now shut down. Centrifuges, all that stuff. It's probably running for a little bit longer until the power actually runs out. But yeah. Also, what the hell is that? Liquid chorus. Wait, that means my honey production will actually run out because there's something called liquid chorus in here. Well, what the hell do I do about liquid chorus? How do I get that out of there without... Because I can't filter. I can't... Can you filter liquids? Block of crystallized chorus. It's used to make fluid P2P tunnels and crystallized chorus. Which, looking at the things that it creates, is completely useless to me. But I can't not make liquid chorus. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about this. Can logistical sorter actually handle fluids? Yeah, out of and into adjacent inventories and logistical transport. So no. So how do you sort liquids? I guess it's something I have to figure out later. Also, these things don't actually use as much power as I thought, so they're actually still going, but like all these machines should be running out. Yeah, they're gone. Yeah, see, this one's gone. So all it's just going to do is just fill them up forever. Oh, I got a headache going. I don't remember if mechanism has fluid sorting built in, but the pipes won't be filled forever. So maybe it doesn't matter? Well, no, it does, because this is filled with honey that I'm pulling out of the centrifuges, and they're going over here, and they're being used by... Oh, God. It's being used by the bottler, which is now filled with liquid chorus. And that basically rotates around making honey blocks for me. So, this whole area is now actually stopped working because of this liquid chorus. I have to somehow find a way to get the liquid chorus out of the network and just leave the honey in. I don't remember if mechanism has fluid sorting built in. There's got to be a way. Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. What about pipes? Because fluid pipes, they can be, they can have sorting systems built into them. Maybe that'll work. And I could just replace the fluid pipes that I'm using here with ones from Pipes Mod. And then I can just use the sorting system to get chorus into its own tank, I guess. A void tank, if I could afford one. So it'll fill the chorus tank, and then it'll just delete all the excess, and then I'll still have a repository of chorus, and still have access to my honey. I'm going to have to do that, but I won't do it right now because it's not actually important that I have the honey setup going. Turn the breaker back on. I should re-automate this so I don't have to stand here clicking all the time. I had timers set up in Allthemodium 9 that I'd counted myself, so that it could automatically place items in here and take things out. And since they all work at different speeds because of different items, I would have a sign next to the timer with the times written on it, so that way all I had to do was go into the timer and just change how long it had before the redstone pulsed. So I guess it wasn't true automation, but it was minimizing the effort because I could basically just say blaze rods and then stick in a stack of blaze rods, and it'll all get turned to blazing crystals after a while. That should even fit in here, actually. And also, fuck symmetry. We need speed. More speed. But yeah, that whole little timer setup should actually fit in the spot here, so I could probably actually set that up at some point. You know what I really wish this pack had? A checklist. I don't have the to-do list from the Allmods 10 that I can write on. I have to do it the old-fashioned way and use signs. Because I could have sworn it was in Bibliocraft, but like... This is the clipboard, but... That's for something else. I feel like they've taken stuff out of out of this, because, like, this stuff is still in here. But not this. Oh, it's called Bibliocraft Legacy. Okay, so there's probably stuff that's missing. What even is this clipboard? What is it for? Oh, it is what I'm after. It's just called the clipboard instead of the to-do list or checklist. Okay, I'm just stupid. Pay me no mind. Alright. It occurs to me that part of what I was doing today in the stream was making a portal room, and I haven't even started that. Oh yeah, I just see your message here in chat. There's a clipboard. Yeah, I could have sworn it was called the checklist in the last pack, but that could just be me. It could just be me being stupid. What's the name of the mod? Isn't it? Yeah, power. It doesn't. It's not all capitals. I also realize it's actually paused while I'm in here. What else? Oh yeah. Built a liquid chorus. What else? There's stuff in the corner. A dragon model, and I don't really need the I don't really need the model for the Elder Guardian, but I'll do it anyway. Boss models. I'm just gonna write corner here so I know what I'm referring to. Oh, wait, I know what the next one. Osmium B. And Allthemodium B. And eventually I guess Unobtainium B. And a Vibranium B. But those are serious stretch goals. Is there anything else immediately that I can remember that I wanted to do? Oh, there, I remember another one. How do you spell metallurgic? Two L's, not two T's. Metallurgic autocraft. Anything else that was immediately important? Oh yeah, there was this stuff. I wanted to make thingos from mystical irradiations. That was right. Yeah, awakened supremium shovels. Pose. Sorry. Okay. Clipboard down. Useful. I love having the clipboard. It's such a nice addition. Because otherwise I'm going to be creating ye olde signboard with all the objectives that I wanted to do on it. Whereas this just saves me so much time. And I can literally just walk up to it and just go, oh, it's not in there. Okay. The legacy one doesn't let you do it, but you used to be able to check off things without even holding it. Well, now that I turned off the oxygen generation, power isn't actually that big of an issue at the moment, so I'm no longer in a rush. I'm no longer in a race against time. But I should still work on the power generation issue, since that is clearly an issue now. And then hardened, I need 2 of them. Another one of those. Oh, for God's sake. Need more blaze powder. I'm gonna put my blaze model back in here now. What the? Oh, I have Shulker one in here. Or I have to let's take out. What is it I need? I'm missing. What was it called? Addiction matrix. Thank you, game. I've got the superior one, so it should work fine. And I'll just get blaze rods out of that, unless there is a way for me to send them to blaze powder. No. Okay. Blaze rods it is. I thought I had a crusher out here, but I don't. Must be this. I must have just moved it in here. Can I use this crusher? Yeah, I can. Okay. Mind you, if I use this one, it spits out 4. If I use this one... Wait, what? Bruh, this one's wasting it. I had no idea. That crusher was only spitting out 3, whereas the mechanism crusher was spitting out 4. Whoopsie. Alright. I probably need more blazing crystals, because I need to also make a block, because I think I was also somewhere in here, yes, soul lava bees. But I'm not at the stage where I can make soul lava yet. Which I guess is, looking at it, another liquid I'm going to have to sort out when I actually get to it. Hydration check. Sometimes I feel like playing Minecraft mod packs like this. It's just ADHD. Because, like, I even named the stream Raising Towns and Visiting Dimensions. Because the first things I was going to do was I was going to raise that town in my base, the little settlement. And then I was going to put down nether portals and Twilight Forest portals and that other dimension portal I can't remember the name of, and then the mining dimension. And instead I have waffled on. Like, I mean, yeah, sure, this was on my way to making Allthemodium that you use to make the portal, but I waffled into this, and then rather than just hand feeding it salt and whatnot, I created a bigger oxygen setup, and I waffled out some salt bees. And now I'm making power generation. At some point, I could find the time to place down the obsidian required to make a nether portal. One day. One day I will be on track. Oh, I thought that was power for a moment there. I forgot that stuff doesn't even use power. I just put it on that wall because, well, that's where all my other machines are. Okay, blazing generator. That's what I've got over here. So I just stick one of these down. If I can make another one of these, I'll be happy. For tonight, I mean. I'll be satisfied with my power upgrade for tonight. And then I will need to make more because that is definitely not going to be enough. But I was also thinking about putting like a second row up here. And the soul lava eventually can actually replace these blazing crystals for even more free power, because these blazing crystals make 280% power. The soul lava is even more than that, but I cannot for the life of me remember how much it is. I wonder if it'll tell me in here. Hold on. You need soul lava in order to actually flower the soul lava bee. So where the hell do you get soul lava from? Yeah, it's from a soul lava bucket, but like, where do you get the... Well, this indicates you must have to find it somewhere, actually. I thought I had to make it. Okay, well, never mind. Anyway, heat sources. Okay, well, it doesn't tell you specifically how much it produces, but the thermo generator, the blazing one, it likes soul lava more than blazing crystal. This is like the second best thing. So if I can make some soul lava, that'd be nice. But now that I know you can find it, where the hell do you find soul lava? It sounds like a nether product, but I've never seen it in the nether. Actually, you know where it's probably from. Because if you use the teleport pad in the nether, you go to the other, and if you use it in the end, you go to the beyond, which means it's probably either in the other or in the beyond. Now, I've been to the other before. I have been there, in Allthemodium 9, but I didn't find anything there that was useful. All I was finding was that I was getting constantly attacked, and it was annoying. But maybe the soul lava is in that dimension. Or it could be in the beyond. I didn't even know that was a place. I don't know if that was in 9 and I just missed it, but I'm gonna have to check that one out too. Once I get enough salt to actually turn that Allthemodium into ingots, should have enough ingots then to make multiple portals. Or what would probably be worth my effort more, is making that Allthemodium site. That's a potion that lets you see Allthemodium through the floor and walls, and I can drink that potion and then use the cards, I can't remember what they were called, to give them to me as a permanent buff. Then I can see Allthemodium wherever I go. No faffing around looking for it, I can just find it. Because once I have access to the mining dimension, it should be a lot easier to find Allthemodium. But without having that big chunk destroyer quarry from Allthemodium 9, it's going to be a slower process. So if I can just see it through the floor, at least I can then I can just dig straight to it. One starter thermo generator. One basic thermo generator. One hardened thermo generator. One blazing thermo generator. You know how nice it is when you just have the stuff on hand. There we go. Why isn't this filling? I mean, as long as the machines are going, maybe that's why it's just drawing power at the same speed. I can crush it. I can crush it to get 4, possibly 5. Or I can enrich it and get 6. What about this one? Same deal? 4, maybe 5, or I can enrich it to get... Okay. In that case, I'm just going to throw these into the enrichment machine. I'm now getting a little tired of waiting. I don't know why it sometimes just does that, but I really wish it wouldn't do it. If I can get at least one Allthemodium ingot today, then at least all this machinery wasn't just for naught. I mean, I've been streaming now for 2 hours and 50 minutes, and nearly 3 hours. And I don't have a single Allthemodium ingot yet because I am fixated on this auto crafting setup I've done. Here we go. Oh, now there's not going to be enough oxygen. That would be about right, wouldn't it? Oh, there was just enough. What? Oh, no, Crusher next. Okay, Crusher next. And then it was the enrichment chamber. Oh, now I need 4 of this stuff. Okay, I need more salt. No, I don't. I need more oxygen. Let's just make it so that way this can handle both input and output. And then these can just be input, because I don't need to output hydrogen anyway. Here we go. We're enriching it. Dirty Allthemodium dust. Into Allthemodium dust. Why isn't it going? Why? It can be smelted. Why isn't it being output? What is this? Oh, hang on. Input. There it is. Allthemodium ingots. We did it. Quest complete. Allthemodium. Wootini! Wootini! Also, before I forget, I'm just gonna quickly stick that water in here because otherwise I'm gonna be like, why am I missing a thing here? It's for the salty bees. Wootini. Look at that. So, yeah, I need to up the salt generation because that is the only thing that's actually stopping me now from just making Allthemodium en masse. I mean, I still need to actually generate Allthemodium in B form, so that way I can actually just make it forever, but at the very least, I have access to Allthemodium now. Wait a minute. Yeah, hang on. So there's an Allthemodium B. Makes the comb. And the centrifuge makes... Oh, the centrifuge makes nuggets. Okay. I thought that it might have actually created the ore or something else like that, but no, it just creates nuggets, which I can then just go in here and tell it to turn them into ingots. I guess it kind of makes it easier, actually. It means I don't need to roll. You know what, actually, this just means that the only purpose that this auto setup I have here is for all the modium, vibranium, and unobtainium that I mine. The bees will just create nuggets. That'd be about right. Oh well, I mean that's not too bad though. It means that I can at least get a lot out of it. And I can leave it like this now because although I will need more oxygen eventually, the salt will just passively generate. And if I create... No, don't have that. Ooh, why is that in there? Get out of there. And that's also in there. There are books in here that shouldn't be in here. I need simulator upgrades. I'll make 4 of them because, I mean, I just put down 4 more hives and I'm gonna need more anyway, so. Wootini! 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 Cool beans. I don't know why, but these beehives actually let you put in more than one. I don't know why you'd want to put all 4 in here, though. I don't think there's actually a benefit to having 4. Also, I just realized this needs to also be water. Excuse me. Because I always make 2, so... Which means salt bees will be the only bees I've actually got 15 of. So maybe I'll add more for unobtainium, vibranium, and allthemodium later because that's stuff that's going to be creating nuggets, and I'm going to want more. Salty. Where'd the other ones go? Salty. Salty. I only had 5 because I needed... yeah. Alright, so theoretically this should work according to this Reddit post that said it works for all the mods 8, 9, and 10. You need to simply dig a hole in front of the hive and have a water source there. So, theoretically this should just work. Without speed upgrades, I could be waiting for a while. Suppose I can start looking for 5 more bees to do that with. And I think I'll save myself the effort on bee cages this time, and... oh yeah, there you go, salty combs. Okay, cool, that does work. And I'll save myself the hassle next time, and I'll just turn them into salt bees, and then pick them up. I'm going to assume that there were still more bees out here, so... That you're not a bee. Well, you are a bee, but you're not the right bee. I can't convert you. There is still another bee in there, but he's hiding. Wonder what decides why this loot chest is gold and those ones are like purpley pinky color. Oh no, it's going sunset, which means which means the bees are gonna start hiding. Damn. Boxes. Oh, why did I do that? Of course I'm gonna be out of range. No, it's nighttime now. I need to head back to the house, otherwise, I'll never find any bees looking at the map that way. Oh, I'm not loaded in fully yet. Come on. Load to load. Oh. Oh, the frames. There we go. Yeah, I didn't think I could just create bees. Solium spawners, I can actually use honey essence in. Oh, but that's honey essence, though. Ah, yes, I'm using honey seeds. Incubation. Oh, yes, honey treats. Again, not doable because that honey treat isn't just a honey treat. It's a honey treat with like some kind of DNA thing attached to it that I don't understand. Can you come out of there, please? I just need 4 more bees. I know that the hives aren't that I've created. Oh, there's one. I see it on the map. The simulated ones aren't actually hooked up to the auto crafting thing, but that's okay. If I can just get the bees first in there, then that's good, because at least then I can focus on... I can't convert an iron bee, can I? No. Because at least then I can focus on making the salt. So... once I have the bees on hand that can make the salt, then I can automate it. Come here. One more and I can see it on the map. Target locked. Beep. Beep. Fantastic. That's 5 bees. Also, I'm gonna have a look at this. Oh, inventory space, huh? I mean, the fire gauntlet. I definitely had this one before. It was one of the first ones I got. And I know it was one of the first ones because it constantly set me on fire. Because I'd attack them, and then they would hit me, and I'd immediately be set on fire. Alright, back I go. I screwed up. I turned on the first floor, and with the way I have things set up, I can't actually turn that off again until I wait for it to time out. Screwed up. There it is. Okay, basement 1. It's like pressing the elevator on the wrong floor. You kind of have to just let it go. Gigabot. Salty beep. Salty beep. Salty beep. Basic is just the cool transporters. I don't know why I have basic ones back here. I guess it's because that's what I had at the time. How did you get back here? Oh, right. There's 2 of you. Get out of it. Where? Shoot. This back area is no place for villagers. Why the gravel? Bruh. Got that, like, look at this. What? They can just smell the restricted area. Maybe if you weren't a fool and come back into this small restricted area. There we go, so these will be making salty combs. And it's all hooked up. So now I am auto-creating salt. A little faster. These ones are going to be... I've got 15 salt bees all in all, but these guys are going to be a little slower because they've actually got to fly around to find the water. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hello. They can't go in here, can they? Well, no, because there should be 5 honeybees too. There's 5 honeybees out here. These should be honeybees. Did they drown? Can salt bees drown? That's ridiculous. Why can salt bees drown when they require water? Because there's supposed to be 5 bees. Wait, hang on. There's only 3 bees in here. My bee's dying. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's only 8 honeybees, and 2, 3 salty bees. The amount of bees is lowering. Huh? Hold on. They haven't snuck off somewhere else, have they? Because not all of these are actually full. It's possible that they've actually snuck out. It has happened before. Okay, well there's one of the bees. My one solo sponge bee. Because I don't need sponges anymore. Slummy bees. Okay, well what the hell? Alright, well let me get the... Let me get the... Oh god, they both left. Alright, well that's the prismarine bee that's just entered the setup. Oh my god. Don't make me turn this into an iron door too. Restricted area, guys. Alright, there should be some bee cages coming along soon, if there's one. And there's the other. They'll go in there, I can pick them up. I can put it back, put the... one of the bee cages back, and then I can just set out the rest of the machine. You know, I suppose this is actually eliminating my honey, like the overflow of honey, actually, because it's waiting for chorus fruit. Alright, power on. Your standard bee goes in here. And the prismarine bee goes back in here. Alright, well, I'm going to have to end it there because I didn't realize what the time was, and I gotta be up at like 4:30 in the morning, and so I'm now officially getting less than 6 hours of sleep. How much did I get? Well, yes, less than 6 hours of sleep. Well, look at the salt go. It's not enough, but... Wait, look, I got more Allthemodium. Oh, look at it, isn't it beautiful? I have 24 ingots. And I am going to run out of oxygen. Can I have one of these going without power issues? I mean, I did just create 2 more generators, but you never know. Because with how often I'm actually running this machine to full, I can probably actually just have one going to create oxygen for me. And I can just turn on the rest later. I guess I really only need one electrolytic separator for this setup, since, like I said, the bees will create nuggets, so this setup is purely for ore that I mine out. Oh well. So I can't really improve salt production from here unless I literally just make more hives for just salt. Which I am kind of tempted, but realistically, once I've run out of the Allthemodium, I'm not going to have any more, and that salt is just going to pile up. In fact, it's actually going to pile up in this chest. We will turn on the allow default. So that way it will go into the computer if the chest fills up. So I can use the salt elsewhere. Can we get a little bit more salt for the road? I was about to say, where did we get the diamond from? But I remembered I do have a diamond bee. I like how I was more confused as to where the diamond came from than where the raw chicken came from. That came from downstairs. Ooh, I wonder how much of that I've actually been collecting. A lot of raw chicken. And a lot of wool. Between the farm downstairs and the sheep wool. Yep, 60,000 string. And the farm downstairs and cows, the leather. I'm actually doing pretty good when it comes to animal products as well now. No, I should leave that salt in there, so that way I've actually got some salt on hand. Come on, bees, I want to see some more salt. Wait, we have some salty combs going in. That's lapis combs. Oh, there's some salt. Oh, it was enough. And that'll create 2 more, and then that'll be enough to start the enrichment process, which will give us even more. Ta-da! So from 1 raw Allthemodium ore, I get 3 or... Wait, no I don't, I get more than that because... So, hang on, we had 3. Alright, so we're at 6. I'm just counting how much I'm actually getting out of this. And based on the numbers so far, it should be 12. I get from 1 Allthemodium ore, I get 9 Allthemodium ingots. 9, I get 12. So 1 ore becomes 12 ingots. That's pretty good. Because, what did I have? I had like 26, I think it was, that was here. 26 Allthemodium ore. So that's 312. So by the end of this, I should actually have more than a that doesn't sound right. Well, no, that is right, because that's how that math would be done. So that's 312 ingots that I will get from this setup. From the ore that I already have. Well, that's plenty for a while. That'll keep me going for a bit. And I am now curious to know whether or not I can have all of these running. I mean, ultimately it'll idle when it reaches capacity, so... Okay, well that's not draining. This one was never full. This one's not draining. Nope, the generators are draining. Can I have 2 running? Well, the power is increasing, so the answer is yes. I can have 2 of the four oxygen creators running. If I have all 4 of them, then it just doesn't work. It's too much power. But this works out well, I guess, because it'll fill the oxygen tank even faster then. And the hydrogen tanks will also fill up bit by bit. Once all these hydrogen tanks are full, and this oxygen tank is full, it'll just turn this machine off. So... Actually, well, based on this, actually, once this oxygen tank is full, it'll just turn off. And that'll probably be when it's safe for me to turn these 2 on, because then it'll only operate while there is space for the oxygen, which there won't be. Because, yeah. Alright, well, I better go to bed because, like I said, I'm getting less than 6 hours of sleep now. And by the time I actually fall asleep, it'll probably be around 5 hours of sleep, so maybe even less than that. Although I didn't create that portal room, that was the intention, I now at least have Allthemodium being produced en masse. Not forever, but en masse. Which is nice. I mean, hell, like I said, how much do I need for this teleport pad? I need 4 nuggets, actually, for a teleport pad. And one of these ingots is obviously 9 nuggets, so... I can make all the teleport pads I want. And how much do I need for that Allthemodium potion? Potion of Allthemodium Sight. I need calcinated Allthemodium or Sight powder, which is from Allthemodium or Sight powder in a blast furnace, which is glowstone dust, ender powder, redstone dust, a mortar, a pestle, and raw Allthemodium ore. Wait a minute, I need to take some of these out. I need some of the ore left behind. So these potion filters. It needs 60 seconds. Well, actually, tell you what, let me pull the rest out of here. Oh, that was a waste of salt. Good job, mate. I'll pull the rest of that ore out, and I can start working towards the that potion now. Well, not now because I'm going to bed, but like in the future. I can work towards getting that potion going, and then I don't care if it goes into if it gets turned into ingots, because I don't think there's anything else I can really use that ore for. Nothing springs to mind, but I mean, once I get to the mining dimension, I'll be fine. I'm waffling. Alright, good night, everybody. I'm gonna go sleep. A good night, or a good morning, or a good day, or a good evening. Take your pick, you may have that one. I'm gonna get some sleep, because it is now past 11 PM. Very well.